Hello everybody, if you're just joining, I am getting myself ready here. Please bear with me as I make sure we're up and running. Oop. There we go. Let's see, we have that there. And looks like that's live there. Let's see here. Hopefully everything's going through. Hello Alter, how are you? Hello Sandy, how are you? Just getting myself started and set up here. I always start myself early. We'll be starting around 7, a little after 7, waiting for the co-host to join as well. How's everyone doing today? Let's see, so that looks good there. What about here? Is that started here? Let's see. Seems like that's okay there. Seems like that's okay there. Let's take a look at here. That's fine there. Let's go live here. Okay. Let's shrink this down. And maybe put this over here somewhere. Let's see. And we could try maybe right here because I can see. Hello everybody, if you're just joining, I'm getting myself ready here. Hey JH, how are you? Co-host will be joining shortly. I am making sure that I've got my stuff all up and running and make sure things work. If you could let me know if you could hear me, I'd appreciate it. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay, JH? Hello. Hello, Dexter. How are you? I think that says Dexter. Welcome in. How are you doing? Hello, Tony. Can you hear me okay, Tony? Doing a little mic check while we're waiting. Slide this over here. Let's see here. Waiting on the co-host to join. Yeah, Tony, you're going crazy on that. Can you hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tony. Thank you for coming to support. Let's see. I think now we're just waiting. I think everything's ready. Okay. And we're waiting for co-host to be able to join. She's on her way home. That's okay, Tony. You're not feeling good, but I appreciate you hanging out here. If you fall asleep, that's okay. Hey, Chris, welcome in. How are you doing? Just getting ourselves started, waiting for the co-host to join, and then we will really be underway. It might be a few minutes after 7 when we get started. Once the co-host is ready, she'll reach out, and we will connect. Do 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 do. Let's see here. One thing I did forget to do myself. Oh, no, I can't do that because there's that one. me see here. Where is? And the co-host just got here, so... Okay. It sounds like she just got home. So she hopefully will be joining us momentarily. Oh, that's no good, Tony. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Great. Waiting for the co-host to get here. She's on her way home. Had a little change up today from our normal routine, but we will be getting started underway here shortly. I hope everyone's doing well tonight, and thank you everyone for joining. It doesn't look like don't think we have anyone anywhere else at the moment, and hopefully I can talk loud enough so everyone can keep hearing me. Oh, thank you. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Tony, there's no reason to be sorry. There's literally no reason to be sorry. It's not your fault. That's great, Eric. Hey, Cam, how's it going? Sorry I missed who all was jumping in as I was getting myself ready. Nope, there's that one right there. Okay. I hope I have everything around and ready. I have friends say that to me. Yeah, well, there is no reason. Yeah, I mean, you can't control everything, right? So there's no reason to be upset or sorry or nothing like that. Let's see here. Let's make sure that's out of the way. That is good. Let's move this over here so it's a little bit closer. Let's expand this here so I can see this more. It's amazing how much time it takes me to get stuff set up and ready. You didn't bail, Tony. You're not feeling good. You're sick. That's different. It'd be one thing if you're like, you know what, I don't feel like doing it tonight. But that's not what happened. Don't worry about it. Is that right? Hey, Linda, welcome in. How are you? Thanks for joining. We'll be getting started. For those of you who are just starting, if I can even talk today, for those of you who are coming in, we are just about to get ready, just waiting for the co-host to join, and we'll be underway. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm doing better than I was this morning. I was walking really slow, slower than normal. Oh, that's no gig, Kim. I'm glad you're doing better. How's everyone doing? Yes, Tony's sick. She was partying too much last night. She stayed up until 4 o'clock in the morning partying. I'm kidding. Okie dokie. Hopefully we'll get started soon. You got to stop with those partying overnights, Tony. I don't even remember what that was. What inside joke? Tony could probably answer that question. It's I don't remember how it started. I don't know why it's doing that. Hello, everybody. If you're just joining us, welcome in. We'll be getting started here shortly. Just waiting for the co-host to join in. She was on her way home from work, and she just recently got home, and as soon as she can get herself set up, she will be jumping in, and we'll be doing the co-host. I appreciate your patience. We normally have somebody else join, but she's not feeling well, and so we had to change stuff up. And you've got little kids that don't want to listen, don't want to go to bed, don't want to get ready for bed, and you got to get them out of the way. Having little kids is always fun. Good, Eric. I'm glad you had a good time this morning. Did everyone have a good Thanksgiving? Good Thanksgiving weekend? Doop, 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 doop. Thank you, everyone, for joining. For those of us who are just joining, we are waiting on the co-host to come in. And I don't know why that just disappeared. That's weird. That flicker was odd. Let's see. Doop, 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 doop. Do 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 do. What? Somebody had a question to Kim? Explain how meds don't work when sick. Sounds like somebody had a good day. Who had a good day, JH? Explain how... Uh-oh. Oh. Lisa, the co-host will not be taking meds. I just saw your question. Hey, the Giggles, how are you? Welcome in. How you doing today? We're just waiting on the co-host for everybody who's just joining us. As soon as she can join, she will reach out. She's on her way home from work. We had to switch stuff up today. Oh, Lisa, you take natural stuff only? No meds? Doop, doop, doop. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood, Lisa. Oh, were you asking if someone only takes natural stuff but not meds? Oh, I'm not sure, Lisa. Whoa.
Here, I'll sit with you until Jess gets here.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't have to do that, Tony.
It's okay.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'll be okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be okay. Yeah. To Lisa's question, I take natural remedies with my medication, but my son, who is 24, showing symptoms, we give him natural remedies, diet, and exercise for now. It will be 2 screens. Eric, we're just running a little late because I'm very sick.
You can't hear Tony? I'm not sure why you can't hear Tony.
I'm sorry, because my meds are not working and my voice is not working.
Oh. Well, I wonder if it's a TT thing because I can hear you fine,
Okay.
but they can't hear you, which is weird
Yeah.
because it's on there.
Maybe because you have it set up for co-host.
No. I don't think
Let
so.
me leave and come again.
Okay. Okay. I wonder if Jess is around. Let's see. Is she... Doesn't look like she's up yet. Okay.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Are you guys able to hear or still not yet? Are you guys able to hear Tony or no?
I'm talking. I'm just now talking. If they can hear or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can hear you fine. I'm not sure why. That's weird. Do a little talk.
That's so weird. I know.
Test, test, test.
Well, you can answer the question to Lisa anyway. Tell her that I take natural remedies with my meds, but my son, who is just showing symptoms, gets.
That's way too much. Sorry, Tony. That's way too much for you.
Yeah.
I think part of the issue is you're not showing up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at my backup, and you're not showing up, which is weird.
Okay, I'm going to go out, and you request me to come in.
Well, Jess can't join. If
Is she here now?
I'm not sure. I know she's upstairs. I'm not sure when she's going to be able to pop in.
Okay. Let me go away.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if... Sorry, everybody, for the delay. Oh, it says Jess is offline. Oh, let me see here. Sorry, everybody, for the delay. Let's see here. Are you joining? And I don't know why this keeps crashing. Some of these places aren't really all that great. Let's see. Go away. Come up here. Here, and boop. Let's see if that's better. Nope, still not better. Okay, Derek. I don't know what she's doing. I know she's home. Probably fighting with the kids. So I guess what I'll do, since I'll just go ahead and go about it myself. So today we're going to talk about neuropathy and Parkinson's. So I'm going to read something from Mayo Clinic that talks about neuropathy. Peripheral neuropathy happens when the nerves that are located outside of the brain and spinal cord, which is called the peripheral nerves, are damaged. This condition often causes weakness, numbness, and pain, usually in the hands and feet. It can also affect other areas and body functions, including digestion and urination. The peripheral nervous system sends information from the brain and spinal cord, also called the central nervous system, to the rest of the body through motor nerves. The peripheral nerves also send sensory information to the central nervous system through sensory nerves. Peripheral neuropathy can result from traumatic injuries, infections, metabolic problems, inherited causes, and exposures to toxins. One of the most common causes of neuropathy is diabetes. People with peripheral neuropathy often describe the pain as stabbing, burning, or tingling. Sometimes symptoms get better, especially if caused by a condition that can be treated. Medicines can reduce the pain of peripheral neuropathy. So can creams. Every nerve in the peripheral system has a specific job. Symptoms depend on the type of nerves affected. Nerves are divided into sensory nerves that receive sensations such as temperature, pain, vibration, or touch from the skin. Motor nerves that control muscle movement. And here we go, I'm having problems saying words. Autonomic nerves that control functions such as blood pressure, sweating, heart rate, digestion, and bladder function. Symptoms of peripheral neuropathy might include gradual onset of numbness, pringling, or tingling in your feet and hands. These sensations can spread upward into your legs and arms. Sharp, jabbing, throbbing, or burning pain. Extreme sensitivity to touch. Pain during activities that shouldn't cause pain, such as pain in your feet when putting weight on them or when they're under a blanket. Lack of coordination of falling. Muscle weakness. Feeling as if you're wearing gloves or socks when you're not. Give me 1 second. I wonder. Nope, she's still not. Okay. Where was I? Did I talk about lack of coordination of falling? Oh, that was way up there. Sucks. Hello, Parkinson's Hub. How are you? Muscle weakness, feeling as if you're wearing gloves or socks when you're not. Inability to move if motor nerves are affected. If autonomic nerves are affected, symptoms might include heat intolerance, excessive sweating or not being able to sweat, bowel, bladder, or digestive problems, drops in blood pressure causing dizziness or lightheadedness. Peripheral neuropathy can affect one nerve called mononeuropathy. If it affects two or more nerves in in different areas, it's called multiple mononeuropathy. And if it affects many nerves, it's called polyneuropathy. Carpal tunnel syndrome, as an example, of mononeuropathy. Most people with peripheral neuropathy have polyneuropathy. That's from the Mayo Clinic. And let's see here. Nope, Jess has not gone live. So, she's live right now. I don't see her. She probably has to enable 18 plus, maybe. That might be why I don't see her. Let me try refreshing. Yeah, I don't see her. If you can jump over to her side maybe and ask her if she can do 18 plus. So for me, I get neuropathy in my hands and feet. And talking with the primary care, we think that part of it, we don't know all of the reasons why I have the neuropathy in my hands and feet, but we think part of the reason is dystonia. So when I go to like touch hot pans and things, I can't do it because it's too hot. Dishes, washing dishes, things like that, I can't do that either. It's sensitive, so the heat impacts me quite a bit. And with my feet, I get lots of tingling, numbness. Feels like there's things on top of my feet, which is really weird sensation and feeling to have. What else? Sometimes socks are very uncomfortable to wear. Can't wear socks. What else might happen? I find that like the bottom of my feet might be sensitive, things of that nature. And I have noticed the more intense dystonia I get in my hands, wrists area, the more sensitive my fingers are, especially my fingertips. And Tony says that I think, Tony, you're saying around your neck, you can't wear a turtleneck because of it? Yep, okay. Different levels? That doesn't make sense. Let's see. What else? It can be quite bothersome for me. I can't, I think my wife, Jess, last night, I think is probably a good example. I think she got like hot cocoa or something and left a glass, something in it. I don't know what it was. It was hot. I don't remember. And I didn't know that. It was very uncomfortable. It wasn't like extreme pain, but it hurt. My fingers, with being really sensitive, that hot came through quite a bit, and I just didn't like it. So that was not a good, fun thing to do. Nope. Let's see here. What other things can we talk about? So somebody named Becky, Tony says somebody named Becky, and I'm saying somebody because most people don't know who Becky is, sometimes feels she is walking on nails and needles. I'm not sure. Have I felt that? I know they've been pretty sensitive. I don't know about walking on needles for me, but I do get pins, like needle sort of sensations in my feet. And it sounds like co-host is having some issues for some reason. We can't invite each other to co-host. Let's see. Kim, were you able to check to see if she had 18 plus turned on? Let's see. What other... Okay, so it was for... I don't know. That's weird. I'm not sure why it won't let us co-host or connect or anything. Let's see. What other things can we discuss? Does anybody have any questions about anything? I'm looking around. It doesn't seem like there are any questions. Oh, Tony. Hello, Tony.
Hello, how are you?
You didn't have to join.
That's okay. I will help you. I know it's hard for this one to do alone.
I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
It's okay. Thank you, though. But you don't have to be sorry. It's not your fault.
Are you sure? Me picking on you yesterday didn't cause it?
Yeah, that's what it was. So for the neuropathy, what you read was very interesting. And even like I am not even considered pre-diabetic. My A1C is excellent, but I have neuropathy um, caused by the Parkinson's disease. And I think a lot of people don't realize that they do have neuropathy caused by Parkinson's disease. I think they don't understand what it even is,
Could be.
or think it's something else,
How can Parkinson's cause neuropathy?
because it affects the oxidation of the cells that carry the neurons that carry signals, carry the wrong signals to our body for sensation, and then it makes us have feelings that aren't true. Phantom feelings, basically, to me, is what neuropathy is. Like the outside of my hip will be numb and pinpoints, and but it's not really numb, or I wouldn't be able to walk. But the muscle and the nerves in that area certainly feel that way.
Hmm.
False pain signals, false everything.
So you mentioned your neck. Do you get neuropathy anywhere else?
In my hands, mostly my because of the dystonia in my neck. Um, I think is what causes my hands to do that. They will get numb and tingly and sometimes even swell when the neuropathy is really bad. The fingers will swell. And like you, touch sensations are not there. They don't register normally. They feel extra hot, extra cold, and things like that. Certainly for the way that you're talking about them, it feels that way.
Hmm.
Um, but my neck, I feel like when you say the gloves, anything too close to my neck feels like it's choking me too tight, not belong there. Um, it makes everything hurt more, and the skin feels um, like it's like everything's very extra pokey or itchy, but it's really not because the whole rest of the shirt you have on doesn't feel that way. It's only around my neck,
Mm-hmm.
which has to be neuropathy.
Hmm. Yeah, even
I would think.
in my feet, it's not tingling. It's just some sort of sensations going on in my feet. I don't know how to describe it. Um,
Right.
which when they're sort of up in the air, it's not too bad. But if I were to stand on them or put socks on, shoes, sometimes shoes are even just like I come home and take socks and shoes off, and I don't do anything with have my legs up because it's just very uncomfortable.
Right. I can understand that. What about your calves? Do you feel it in your calves with your dystonia being in your calves? Do you feel it, or have you been able to know the difference yet? My meds are not working today. Clearly, you
That's
can
okay.
clearly
If I
you can
think
clearly see
if
the difference.
yeah, if you're okay with other people seeing, I think it's great because people get
I
to
don't
see
have a
what.
problem with other people seeing it. I'm just like,
Mhm.
clearly the filter's not working very well either.
that's that's okay. I don't use a filter.
Yeah.
I did get a perm
But
the other day, but
yeah, but
hey,
clearly
Macbeth, how's it going?
it's not working today because
Yeah, meds.
I don't care if people see that, but that is something. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is what people don't know is when we're sick, our Parkinson's meds that help us, they can't help
Mhm.
very well because our body is stressed from being sick. And here I am, a wiggly jiggly jello mess.
I think for me, I get the benefit of taking CL, but also Nupro.
Yes.
Um, I had noticed a difference earlier in the year before I started Nupro, where like in the morning, as an example, I'd be really slow when I came down,
Uh,
um, and things would impact me a lot more. But with Nupro and CL, in the mornings, I'm slow, but not like off slow.
right.
Um, and so I think because when I had gotten that shot for dystonia,
The Botox.
yeah, my symptoms were not as pronounced as they might have been without. Um, oh, you did, Macbeth. Macbeth started CL today.
Good job. I mean, congratulations. I mean, I hope it helps. I don't know.
I know it's hard. It's always hard to figure out the right words to say, if anything at all, because
Yes.
uh, it's great because it helps, but not great because
Yes.
that's just next step, I guess.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, Macbeth, this is me without being able to use
he's,
with my I'm on my medication.
yeah, just not as
It
effective.
just it's not being effective today
Hey,
because I'm sick. Yes.
Hi.
You
I
came
figured it out.
in.
what was the issue?
Okay.
I wasn't 18 plus.
Oh,
Oh,
you're not
but
of
now
age yet.
you
That's
are.
why.
Hi, Mandy. Well, she reads Parky storybooks
Yes.
to us.
What?
Okay. Since Jess is here,
You'll drop.
I'm going to go ahead and drop
Absolutely.
because
Yes, get some rest.
I really don't feel
Rest.
That's
good.
okay.
I was telling Larry, can you tell all of my symptoms are not
Oh,
controlling me?
yeah, you're definitely all flared up.
Yeah, because I have a fever, my body don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So okay,
Well, thank you
which
for
Larry
joining.
was. You're welcome. You were talking about fever and regulating temperature, Larry, earlier from your Mayo Clinic thing, and that is something that it took me a whole series of being ill before I realized I was ill and taking daily temperatures, and over the course of the year to find out when I was actually sick. So that is another subject we could go over one day because your body is so different now, you don't know if you're sick or not. But thank you, Jess.
Hey
And
there.
I'll see you all later.
All right. Have a
Okay,
good
bye
one.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Get some rest.
You too.
So Macbeth says, starting for half a pill, then he'll do a full pill after next week.
Oh, okay.
It's always a hard thing to figure out what to say, Macbeth, because you want to say like, "Yay, congrats," but then it's also not a congrats because it's just the next stage.
Right. Thanks for the heart me.
So Tony had a question about calves. I don't remember what it was, Tony. If you're still there,
She's on my side.
right?
Tony, what was your
Macbeth,
question about calves?
it's always, just one of those odd things that, yeah, it is what it is. You're right. So if she can sort of remind me, but we have somebody here we normally don't have. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. It's funny to see you looking that direction because you're on the other side of me.
I know that's what Tony's. Hey, Jess, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Jess. I'm Larry's wife. So more specifically, I am a caregiver for a person with Parkinson's, and I also teach preschool and do horses. But we're here to talk about Parkinson's disease and how it affects us and our lives, and answer questions to whether you're aiming them at the person with Parkinson's or if you have caregiver questions, I'm happy to answer.
So, Macbeth, yes, I'm still in preschool. And that's why
Yeah.
Miss Jess over here is here to help me learn.
Thanks,
That
Tony.
explains a lot. Yeah. Does Tony remember what she was talking about with the calves?
Tony, do you remember what you were talking about with the calves? I know you can hear Larry.
Probably the right. Well,
He's not texting.
Macbeth, to be honest, highly intelligent individuals typically use Apple, and everybody. No, I'm kidding. Tony uses an Apple. Ooh.
I'm on my iPad at the moment, but I prefer my Android.
I'm not going to make any comments because I have to sleep in the same bedroom. Tony was the one who was on.
She was live
Jess.
and not feeling well.
Yeah.
Do you get neuropathy in your calves?
I would say no. I don't feel the numbness and tingling. The muscles are tight a lot. I get the dystonia, the contractions, I don't know what to call them. That's like things moving in my calves is what it feels like. But no neuropathy. It's just my feet and my hands. Specifically feet and my fingers. More specifically, the fingertips generally is what I get in the most. What else am I forgetting about neuropathy stuff, Jess?
I would say usually you comment at most when you're trying to like handle your coffee or something warm, or anything that's hot or cold just sets it off like crazy. And so things like you just got a nice warm cup of coffee. Most people go, "Oh, this feels nice and warm," and you go, "Oh, can't touch." So because of how it just sets off the sensations in your fingertips.
Kim says she gets tingling in her feet and her hands.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's always hard to say exactly why, Kim. People have it. There could be a range of reasons. I just talking with my doctor, primary care at least, and describing things and sort of her understanding of where things have come and gone and things. She's thinking the same as I, that it's probably dystonia that's causing it, especially since the worse my hands are from dystonia, the more sensitive the fingertips are. And I do get tightness in my ankles and calves and all that stuff, so that's probably causing whatever to go on with I don't remember what I'm talking about. Which happens.
Yes, that happens a lot. Yeah, you were talking about the dystonia affecting the neuropathy. Like when you're not dystonia.
Yeah, for me, dystonia does impact.
Yeah. Dystonia makes it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Angie. Welcome in.
For years.
Mm.
Mine.
Tony says she's trying to decide how her calves feel because of the new dystonia. There's so many new feelings. She's trying to.
Yeah, it definitely takes time. It took me quite a while to wrap my head around dystonia stuff, right? Lower back, calves, legs. It's like, why is the leg so tight all the time? And then you go see the knee doctor, and you see physical therapy, and you get talking to, and everyone talks with one another, and you go, you know what? It's probably from Did Angie go to your side? Because I see she says hi here too.
Angie's on my side.
Okay, so I guess she said hi and then went to your side.
Okay.
Now, see, I've already forgotten what I'm talking about. What was I talking about? Who knows? Anyways,
I get distracted.
we'll just move on. You accidentally switched, so she's back here. She's bouncing back and forth between places.
Okay, I see how it is. Just don't want to hang out with me.
So it can be quite uncomfortable and highly unpredictable. Sometimes I'll put on shoes and socks and I don't feel any issues, and then I go walking around or store or doctor's office or whatever, and it's just so I just want to get my shoes and socks off. I can't. It's just near unbearable. So then I get home and off they go, and I don't do anything with my feet.
My water bottle needs filled up.
Kids are not in bed. Let's see. So, since we have a caregiver on, what's it like being a caregiver? If you don't mind me asking. Or you could say no, we don't want to talk about it.
Don't make me talk. No.
It could be. It's no one gets forced to do anything if they don't want to. Uh-oh.
Water and bed.
I didn't do it. I don't want to go to bed.
Yeah, my little dude is back up. So, being a caregiver is a little nerve-wracking, and it's you have this feeling of helplessness. Like, I want to help. I want there to be things I can do to help and make it feel better, and to be more involved. And my little boy is talking at me and is about to get in big trouble. Hang on.
Uh-oh. She's pulling out the mom voice. I've done that a number of times. Dun, dun, dun. Anybody have any questions at this point while kids are getting in trouble? Or any thoughts? Or, whoop, uh-oh, mom's getting up. Ooh, he's in trouble. Any questions, thoughts? It does not look like it. Let's see here. What other sorts of tidbits while we wait on Jess to come back? Oh, here we go.
Sorry about that.
Yep, it happens. Kids.
I had to chase little boy back up to bed. So as a caregiver, it's one of those, you feel helpless. You feel like, I really want to do something to help. I can't. I hate seeing him in pain, seeing him struggling, seeing, expectations change from 1 week to the next. 1 week he can exercise, the next week there's too much dystonia. There's just, capabilities change, plans change, and it's a lot to adapt with. And, Larry is still quite independent at this stage, but I know that will change down the road. And so I'm trying to adjust my plans, lifestyle, expectations to be able to be more available to him. Before Parkinson's, we both had very independent lifestyles. He worked a regular, not a 9 to 5, but earlier hours than that. And then I worked evenings and weekends mostly. And so we didn't see a lot of each other, but, we're both very busy doing our own things, living our own lives, as well as, spending time together when we can. And to have to be available for him means that I can't have a job that's evenings and weekends, and so I made some changes, and now I'm teaching preschool, and I still have my side gig evenings and weekends, but it is something that I can tone down whenever I need to. So that's.
I'm going to put a little plug in here. Do you talk to anybody once a week?
I do. We have a caregivers meeting on Tuesday nights, actually. So it'll be right after this.
Oh, joy. Look at that. You get to go live twice.
I get to go live twice tonight. And so we meet on Zoom with the with an ambassador with Davis Finney, and just have a caregivers meeting on Tuesday nights at 8 or 8:30 Eastern time.
So I'm going to bring it up now in case I forget. I think it's next Tuesday. Somebody else needs to take the kids to school.
Oh, okay. You should text that to me rather than tell me while we're in mid-conversation.
I wanted to bring it up that way you could say, hey, Larry, what can you confirm and give me this information? Because in case I forget again.
Okay.
I've got a meeting again.
Because I'm likely to remember it going from one live into the next. And yeah.
Well, who knows? Or maybe Tony will remember it and she'll text and be like, did Larry tell you about his thing? Did he remind you? Did he? So if you are a caregiver, know a caregiver, want to talk, I do have an email address. I believe it was an email address that I can send you. So reach out to me or reach out to Jess.
Yep.
I can give you the email address and you can reach out. Are there anybody with Parkinson's on there? Like husbands, wives?
On my chat, it's only for caregivers. So on the Tuesday evening, Tony just texted me what you did. Thanks, Tony.
I do need to make sure, go in my emails and make sure I remember the correct day, but yeah.
Okay. So the Tuesday night meeting is specifically for caregivers. And Larry has a Sunday Zoom for specifically for
twice a month.
Yeah. 2 Sundays a month, the people with Parkinson's.
When you're on the caregiver call, do you feel comfortable talking about stuff?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been pretty comfortable chatting. It's still a very small group. It's just kind of getting off the ground. But it's a great group, and like I said, it's a way for me to kind of have somebody to vent to if we need to, or just to chat with, comparing experiences and what to expect, and as the co leader of the group, her partner is in his 80s with stage 5, and so it's a lot of, she's got a lot of experience to share with those of us that are in the earlier stages of it. So that's been helpful.
What's something you might wish that people knew about caregiving and Parkinson's, or being a caregiver, Parkinson's, or what am I trying to say? One or the other.
Just that you're not alone out there. There's so many people in your shoes, and that other people know, have comparable experiences. The whole reason I got on TikTok is because Larry found a group of people to chat with and commiserate with, other people with Parkinson's, and it started really kind of drawing him out, getting him to talk about what he was going through, getting him to kind of understand what he's working with. And
I've been an outgoing person my whole life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah, not so outgoing. He's a wallflower. It was Tony, yes. He found Tony. Tony got him talking, and understanding his diagnosis better and what to expect. And now we've got a great group of people to talk to that I actually do a live on Thursday nights for caregivers, persons with Parkinson's, or supporters, whoever's interested. We just get online and chat about Parkinson's. Tony, there's only a few people, and it kind of changes week to week in the caregivers live. So, but it is a range.
When you're in the caregivers live, you don't talk about the caregivers live.
It's mostly Gen Xers. So I'm usually the youngest, but that's okay.
Any
Not that
other
I'm-
tidbits or things or questions? Anybody else have any questions or anything while we're... Any thoughts or things that you think may be... Macbeth says truth, Gen X. The best generation. Da, da, da.
My caregivers are worried they're too young. No, they're not too young to come join our group, Tony. They totally, it would give them a chance to talk to other people and, like I said, learn what to expect with this and where we're going.
I am big. I don't care what your age is. I don't care what's going on. If you are a caregiver, you need to talk to somebody. It doesn't matter if your spouse was just diagnosed. You're going to build the relationships. Learn.
Hi, Randy.
Listen, talk. Do not keep things... And it goes for people with PD as well. Do not keep it in. Do not think, well, it's not that bad. Talk to somebody. Talk to me. Join a live. You don't want to join live? That's fine. You want to reach out, talk to me? Reach out, talk to me. Tony, any of us. Happy to talk with you. Keeping things in is not good.
Right. No,
Just
you need
don't
that
shut it back
outlet.
down, Macbeth. That's not good. That's a bad thing to do.
Yeah. Shoving it back down does not help anybody.
But
and
do it
especially doesn't help
when
you.
you're ready. I know, Macbeth. Not everybody's ready to talk, and that's okay. Some people, everyone's got their own sort of paths and things, but once you're ready, it's always good to talk about it.
Like I said, if you're not comfortable chatting, in a open group like TikTok, talk to one of us, get the links for the Zoom, because nobody can come in there that's not invited, and it'll give you that privacy, but with like-minded people.
Yeah, the caregivers and the PD group that's twice a month is not on social media. It's a private group. You've got to submit some information and whatnot, so they just make sure that you actually have PD or you're a caregiver, whatever. They just go through and make sure that things are okay, and then you can join. So you can definitely feel comfortable joining, talking to people. You have Stella. What's Stella, Macbeth? What other sort of tidbits, Jess? Because I usually have PD people on and not someone like you.
And not caregivers. Yeah.
I will give a plug. On the 16th of December, hopefully we'll have another caregiver on who I'm excited to talk to. But since you're here, unplanned,
Yeah.
what other sorts of thoughts?
We weren't planning for Tony to be sick
from your
tonight.
perspective, as good information to give out.
The
or
big
talk
thing
about?
is you can't take care of your partner if you're not taking care of yourself.
Ooh,
You
good.
cannot push, go if you're not taking that time to make sure you are in the right place mentally. And that's why having my, weekly caregivers meeting is important. And doing the TikTok lives, I'll jump in just to have people to talk to about it, people to walk through life together. These are our people. Hi, JH. And you cannot expect yourself to be able to go and not get burnt out. You need to set aside time that is me time, that is, after the kids go to bed, after Larry goes to bed, I just hop on TikTok and unwind or read a book, or I do school stuff, but that's not so relaxing. But yes, you've got to take care of yourself, and take time to say, okay, hey, I'm gonna go get this massage that I desperately need, but I don't want to take the time out. No, do it, because you'll come back more relaxed, more refreshed, more ready to face the battles that we're dealing with every day. So, and the other thing is, your job is not more important than your partner with Parkinson's, or your parent, or whoever you're taking care of. You've only got so many memories to build with them, and you want to make sure that you are present, that you're not just, burying your stress in work and things like that. That you need to, be there for that person. Make sure they know that you're there for your person, and make sure you're checking in. Say, hey, how are you doing? Is there anything you need? Is there anything I can be doing differently that would be more helpful to you? Because as a caregiver, especially in the early days, Larry can still pretty much take care of himself and do all the things. I gotta say, hey, talk to me. What's bothering you? What can I help with? What do you need from me?
Nothing. I am Iron Man.
Right. Even if it's, switching the dishwasher when I get home from work because his hands cramped up and he couldn't finish it. Getting him to just say, hey, I didn't get such and such done. Is a big thing. To just have that communication open, and if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not opening yourself up to, hey, I'm taking my me time so that I can be here when he needs me, and that keeps me from getting, resentful of, gosh, all of the housework falls on me, or whatever, and he does his share. I'm exaggerating to make a point. But it's easy to get to where it feels that way. And at some point it'll be where he can't really help. And by then the kids will help. So,
at that point in time, you will put me out in the chicken coop at Tony's house with Tony.
Yay!
Because that's where Tony's going.
Right. They can all room with the chickens, and we'll have peace and quiet again. Thanks for the heart in your back.
So, what's the hardest thing you've seen me go through?
Oh,
it's been a long history, and just a very.
It's been a long history, right? It's when you're having the dystonia pain, and it's just like you could tell you're just in so much pain, you just can't hardly move. You just lock up, and I can't. Hurts so bad, and to not be able to do anything to help you is just so hard for a caregiver. I say, yeah, you're dystonic and all locked up into a pretzel, and I'm just here. And that's just hard.
Let's see. What other sorts of info or things can we chat about?
Double checking that you set your meds correctly is one of my big tasks. So with making sure Larry sets his own meds and everything, but then he does a count, and if his count is off, he'll have me peek at it and make sure that, okay, what did I do differently here? Because I'm not coming up with the right number of pills in this box. And so then I can track down and go, okay, yeah, you're missing this one, or you got 2 of that one because you have 2 different makers of the same med, and you thought they were different meds. So different things like that are, one of the big things is just making sure you're double checking. And Larry's really good about, he's got a list on his phone that says what the med is, what time, what the pill looks like, what the dosage is, all of the details laid out in his iPhone. So
I'm not sure I put in the right what it looks like, but
pretty much you have, yeah.
Oh, I have. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it is just great. So Baxter says we need to do some research on how to qualify for home health care assistance. We could all benefit from it. From that at some point in life. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think if you're on disability, like Medicare or something, they might have something like that.
Yeah, like Tony, I think gets her kids get paid a certain number of hours for helping her, or they can pay that money to someone else if they needed to hire someone to help her. New messages. Let me see. Yes, Tony gets 20 hours a week as paid caregiving. And so that can go to her kids, or her kids can hire someone to be there when they're at work, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So that is part of the disability that she's been approved for. And that was based on doctor reports saying, hey, she can't take care of herself. She can't cook for herself. She can't set her meds accurately. She can't, she can't do all these things. She can't drive herself to appointments, and so that 20 hours a week is for driving to appointments and making food and that kind of, making sure her needs are met. So, and it is something that is out there. And if you are in need of it, as a Parkinson's patient or anybody else that has a disability, advocate for yourself and you get that squared away for you, because the programs are out there.
And I haven't quite gotten to that point yet, but I do have issues with long distance driving and found recently some issues at night.
Mm-hmm.
So, and because I'm a responsible kid who's in preschool, I decided I'm not going to drive at night or long distances.
Yeah. So Larry can drive himself. Larry can drive himself to his own appointments, as long as they're during daylight.
And short distance.
And short distance. So if it's, in our town or the neighboring town, he will take himself. But like if we have to go up to Baltimore for his MDS appointment, either I need to take time off for that or arrange somebody else to drive him. So Baxter says, just pondering about, stop it. Just pondering about a fundraising yearly for Parkinson's healthcare assistance. Jerry Lewis's Maryland yearly telephone. MD, Maryland. I can tell I'm from Maryland. Jerry Lewis's MD yearly telethons. There we go. So yeah, doing telethons and things like that to raise money for things like that, assistance for people that don't have access to the care that they need. That's a good idea, Baxter. And someone said, Tony says, Tony sets her hair on fire. That's why she needs help. Muscular dystrophy. Thank you. I'm like, MD, My brain is just going to keep saying Maryland until I know what MD stands for.
I probably
Yes.
just would have equated it to doctor and not at Maryland.
Well, I knew Jerry Lewis wasn't a doctor.
Who's Jerry Lewis?
So he does fundraising for muscular dystrophy.
Oh.
He's a celebrity.
Oh.
So
Probably somebody knew about my former life.
probably Baxter says, yes, let's do it. Let's fundraise like he does.
Let's fundraise like it's 1999. What other sorts of... I see my numbers are dwindling down on this side.
I got 4 over here.
Who do I have over here? I've got Angie, Kim, and Parky Dude. Let's see. But it will be recorded on the tube and will be live out there. So for anybody who wants to look afterwards.
Yep. I have Tony, Baxter, I think Randy's still in here, and JH.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the other sites and things. I don't see anybody. People did come in, but they didn't stay, it looks like.
Okay.
Let's see. What other PD-related stuff would be good to discuss? Does Tony or anybody have any thoughts of questions or anything? Because I think we all have Parky people now.
Baxter, Tony, any questions or thoughts to add?
Or Angie and Kim.
Randy's still in here.
I know, Kim, you haven't been diagnosed with PD, but any...
Yeah. What do you do to help your neuropathy? That's a good question.
Well, as a Marine, it's pain, weakness. What's the...
You blew that one, babe.
Yeah. That's what happens with my issues. Pain is weakness leaving the body, so I don't do anything. Raw. No, often I don't do anything. There was some cream that your mom had given.
Not a lot.
It wasn't.
It's mostly just
it
grin
wasn't
and bear
that
it.
helpful. There is a cream that does help, but it is way too expensive. Insurance doesn't cover it. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a prescription cream. Yeah.
It was really, really good. Ooh, what are you eating, Angie? Steak, potato. No, kidding. Let's see. What other sorts of...
Baxter says, let's talk about how weather affects our symptoms. I know we've talked about it before, but this cold, rainy weather is...
Ooh, spaghetti.
Just really hitting hard.
Kim had spaghetti for dinner.
We just had spaghetti a few days ago.
So in the past, cold was the only thing that was a problem, and it sort of died down, but late last year, it started to become a real big issue, I think, because I vaguely remember shivering really, really bad and not being able to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Angie said...
Yeah, once you got shivering, it just set off. Why are we talking about food?
Because I had asked Angie what she had for dinner, and she just now responded.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hi, Carlos.
And I've found this summer that I have a hard time with heat or humidity. When it gets too hot, I just can't. I can't stand it. And it's very easy to push yourself. And so we were... So the beach, I had to take a day while you guys went to the beach and just be alone, hang out. Well, not necessarily be alone, but you guys went to go to the beach and I couldn't go. I needed a rest day.
You needed a rest day.
Too much. Yeah. Kim asked, does the weather affect my walking and movement? I don't know. I don't think I recall for what it's worth, I don't think I recall weather affecting my movement.
I'll be right back.
Okay. It affects, in the cold, trying to get myself warm and keep myself warm. In the summertime, to regulate body temperature, keep myself cool. I before PD, would run warm anyways, and so now with PD, I feel as though I'm having a harder time regulating temperature. So I will. So that's probably part of why the heat and humidity now is even worse, or a lot worse, because I just already was my body just naturally ran warm, and then with PD it's even hotter. Yeah, my body to core temperature for me normally is warm. My daughter, as an example, after she was born, she went to preschool, and her normal temps would be like 99. And so the preschool learned pretty quickly that her temperature is 99. So just because it's 99, 100. Yeah, I don't know that I've had a fever in a while. I can't remember. I know I've been sick when I had PD. But I don't know if I've had a fever with having PD. I don't really go a whole lot of places. I work from home, thankfully, because dystonia and neuropathy in the feet. I can't even imagine what it would be like having to be to work all the time. But I work from home, and then I have 2 little kids to take over in the evening after work. So I don't just. It's not really like a, hey Larry, you don't want to go anywhere today. I just have too much to do. Your kids bring home junk. Oh, hello, Tony. Why don't you make them pick up their junk and put it away and throw it away? Let's see.
Sorry, I'm back.
No problem. We were talking about regulating body temperature.
I was listening. I just had to run upstairs.
Yep. What other? But yeah, I don't think at least now where I am in my journey, I don't think temperature has messed with movement. Dystonia is a massive impact on my movement. And I think more than Parkinson's symptoms are, because it tightens in my legs and things, knees, ankles, feet, things like that, back. And so it has a huge impact on my ability to move and do stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think weather does. In the summertime, when it's not as humid or whatever, it's not that bad, but
Tony's asking, is dystonia worse in the cold, damp weather?
I don't think so. But again, I'm not outside that much at the moment. I'm inside most of the time. So I don't.
Hi, Sherry.
I haven't noticed that. Anybody else have any other questions or thoughts? I also want to make sure we cut Jess loose because she probably haven't eaten dinner yet.
I nibbled.
Why don't we go ahead?
Some of what we feel worse could be arthritis because Gen X. So that it could be attributed to just getting older and not the Parkinson's.
For what?
The feeling worse in the cold, damp weather.
It could be. That's sort of one of the things that's always hard to tell. One thing research did say that I vaguely recall is far too much is blamed on Parkinson's. But that seems to be the case for a lot of things. Older people, well, it's memory issues because I'm getting old, or, oh, I'm getting old, so maybe I'm, getting dementia or something, right? So lots of things are blamed on other things. But so you very well may be right. It could be arthritis or other things.
But on the flip side of that, Baxter had back pain that she thought was unrelated to her Parkinson's that went away when she got DBS.
It's probably dystonia.
Probably.
Because I get it in my back. And it was really bad before CL. Like, there was somebody on TikTok, and I don't remember what his name is, who had described it flawlessly with his lower back, and what, like, he would get down and like turn his back or something. I don't remember the specifics. It's been too long since I've had with CL and New Pro since I've had that kind of an issue. Right now, I just get lots of tightness in the back. I guess cramping in the lower back, things like that.
Tony says Jeremy does also.
But that's one of the things I loved about TikTok was I'm having these issues, doctors aren't listening, and hearing what other people say and go through, and the way they describe things was like flawless, like exactly what I felt.
It's like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm feeling. So I feel validated. Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's a mouth to see. So Kim says, I don't know why, but this morning had hard time walking, maybe because was this cold in the morning. It could be, Kim, I don't know. It's hard to say. It always takes
Hi, Parky.
It always takes months to sort of look for similarities and understand things. So it's hard to say. Angie says her whatever, arthritis, whatever.
Osteoarthritis?
There you go. In left foot triggers dystonia in right foot.
Yep. That makes sense.
Hey, CC. We're talking about Parkinson's related stuff, neuropathy, things like that. How are you doing, CC? And we are about to close up because Jess has a meeting at 8:30 and she hasn't really eaten much, and I want to make sure she eats too.
See? He takes care of me too.
No, but you could absolutely listen. And CC, if you want, I can send you a link if you have any interest. The recordings are over on the tube, or you can go to my link tree and go over to the tube.
Yeah, sorry.
Live and take a look.
We're usually just starting at 8, but on Tuesdays, Larry does a co-host starting at 7. Yeah, Tracy just joined as well. Everybody's just arriving. Y'all should just pop over to Larry and he can keep the party going. But I need to go talk to Robin. So.
Is this relation, friend? What do you mean, CC? Sounds good. Is this a relation, a friend? I'm not sure what you mean.
Me? I'm his wife.
Jess
I'm
is
the
my
caregiver.
Wife. She's my caregiver. We normally have somebody else who has Parkinson's on the co-host on Tuesday nights, but she's sick today. And so my Jess was kind enough to, my wife was kind of, my brain just doesn't quite click. my Jess.
My Jess. I am your Jess.
Song, my
That's
Jess,
okay.
my Jess, my Jess. Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and drop so you can get something to eat before your meeting.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to drop down go over it and
Yeah, I'll stay on for about 10 more minutes or so.
over to
Maybe
Larry.
longer if there's more people that come in and talk.
Robin is online, like waiting for me in the support call. Yeah, that's where I'm headed. All right.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I was thinking, Kim, one day maybe bringing you up and talking with you about some of your stuff and experiences that you've been through. Maybe in January. We sort of have the next, well, I have the next couple weeks filled out, although I need to figure out what I'm going to do when we go on vacation. I'd like to keep this going. We'll have to see how I can do that and how that'll work. Who do we have? Let's see, we've got Baxter, CC, Angie, Kim, and Tony. So CC, I'm not sure if you're interested, but you could certainly check out the tube. You have to go in between all the gaming videos, but you'll see videos of, oh, I forgot to take a different screenshot because it's going to look like Tony and I are doing co-hosting tonight. Well, that might be okay. What was I saying? Yeah, so you can do that, or I could send you links if you'd like, if you have an interest. If you don't, that's okay. Just offering. Anybody have any other? Hey, Sherry. Now that Jess is gone. So on Tuesday nights, just only on Tuesday nights, CC, we do this to sort of spread awareness, things like that. Do it in much after. Okay, Kim. We chose a different Parkinson's subject weekly. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we try to pick different things weekly, although it's always around Parkinson's, and so we always end up talking about Parkinson's anyways. Specifically, but we do. Last week was dystonia, I think. This week was neuropathy. I don't know. Next week, Tony, did we decide what we're going to talk about? I don't remember. The 16th, though, I have a caregiver that should be joining with a whole lot of experience. It'll be interesting to talk with him and get his thoughts on things. Okay. So I'm excited for that one. I'm trying to come up with some questions that I can ask him ahead of time because my brain don't always brain, and I don't want to sit there going like I do sometimes anyways. Let's see. What other thoughts or questions do you guys think would be good? Yeah, we should always be taking meds, Tony. I don't think that's what you're talking about, though. So see, it's just Tuesday nights. The other streamings that my streaming times, I do gaming. Okay. We could do that. And so, Tony, I did find out that doing a 3 co-host doesn't work very well. Your head sort of got cut off. What is my severeness? You mean how bad things are, Cece? No, Cece, no, don't worry about that one. I'm an open book. Feel free to ask any question. I just want to make sure I understand the question so I can answer it. What do you mean? Do you mean like what's my worst stuff, or what do you mean? I just want to make sure I understand the question so I can give the right answer. No, I have Parkinson's, I have dystonia, neuropathy, and a slew of other stuff, and not cerebral palsy. And for me, dystonia is my absolute worst symptom or worst aspect of Parkinson's. Because I have young onset, I am more prone to dystonia. Not everybody with young onset has dystonia. Some people get it much later, some people earlier. But for me, dystonia is the worst. I think level 1, level 2, level 3. So I would probably put myself... I'd probably put myself in 2, I would think. Maybe 1. Late 1, early 2, somewhere around there. Would be my thought. I started with tremors in late 2020. I think I started with dystonia before then in the back. But tremors started 2020. It was finally diagnosed last year, 2024. Well, that's what I was thinking, Tony. We've had to increase meds earlier this year. And I increased my med overnight several weeks ago. Yeah, so they might have been down later stages, CC. I am... Some people don't like... some people with Parkinson's saying it, but I'm still early in my course. So for me... I'm not somebody with... I get tremors. They're not something that's dominant, and so they come and go in my hands and stuff. Slowness, tightness, balance problems. That's my major Parkinson's symptoms. Besides dystonia, which is caused because of Parkinson's. Before I started Parkinson's meds, I looked like somebody who had Parkinson's. I was leaning forward, slow, not moving very fast. Started Parkinson's meds, and that improved. But in the mornings, I would be slow, and that improved with something called Nupro, is a patch that I put on to help me with dystonia. Which is, to me, has been huge. I'm glad that I've been able to take that. Toe curling. So my toes don't curl like they used to because of Parkinson's meds. But without meds, my toes will curl as I walk. So every step I take, my toes curl more and more and more. No problem, Cece. So dystonia, I'll just talk about how it presents for myself. For me, dystonia, like my right leg and the muscle behind the right leg will tighten really tight. My toes, without medication, my toes curl. So every step that I take, my toes will curl underneath my feet. I actually have really bad dystonia in my hands. And so the more I do with my hands, the tighter the muscle gets in the wrist. And for me, the pinky and the thumb are the worst parts, and the center fingers sometimes get tight as well. Sometimes I can feel that my fingers move slowly, and it's because of dystonia. It just tightens everything. So like right now, I can feel tightness in my thumb. I'll get dystonia in my back, particularly the lower back, cramping, tightness, things like that. I actually get dystonia at my knees, where my knees tighten up. I get it in my calves. It'll actually occur overnight as well, which wake me up at night. My calves feel like something's moving inside of them. Cramping, tightness, lots and lots and lots of pain. Severe pain sometimes. Pain that makes you want to cry and not want to do anything. It hurts so bad. Because of the muscles just get so tight and twist and crampy. The legs can make you stumble as well because of how tight they are. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, muscles just tightening, cramping, sometimes it just feels like they're twisting or something, like they're turning. My hands will get into a claw-like thing, and I can't move them because the muscles are so tight. They've that I get like claw hands. And actually, the other day, I think it was yesterday, I had a hard time working because my left hand got so tight. Not as tight as bad as it was in the past, thanks to the shot that I take and Nupro, but it does get tight quite a bit, and so it's hard to do anything. So that's why, as an example, I have this mouse here. I don't have to grab a hold of it. I can just use it to move my thumb around. Or, depending on what I'm doing, for me at least, I have just a little pad. So all I have to do is just move my finger on it. I don't have to grab a hold of anything. I can just move my finger around it and it moves around. The more I use my hands, the more I do with my hands, the tighter they get and the worse they get. And sometimes I don't even have to do anything. Like in my left arm or hand, it will get tight just on its own. I don't even have to do anything, and it will just tighten up on its own. So dystonia can last a few seconds, a few minutes, a few hours, a few months. Like the how long the, I don't know what to call it, episode or something lasts fluctuates wildly. Every day is different. Every hour is different. Every second's different. So one day you may see me walking normally, and you'll be like, I don't see any issues. And, 5 minutes later, I can barely walk. It fluctuates wildly. Is my medicine a daily thing or week? No, I take medication. So the main Parkinson's med I take is called carbidopa-levodopa, and I take that 4 times a day. And I take a patch. It's called Nupro that helped me with dystonia, and I switch out my patch once a day, but I can't put the patch on the same spot every day. It's got to be in a different location, and I have to switch it out for 14 days before I can put it back on the same spot. And those are the 2 meds that I take. And then I take I get a shot for dystonia. I think it's called. Is it Botox? Is it Baxter? Baxter's here. Is it Botox, Baxter? I think it's Botox. Why? You mean for the patch, Cece? It gives you a rash, like that. It's like a rash, a very uncomfortable rash. I'm not sure if it hurts or not. I can't remember. I've never had it. They told me to switch it around, and I've always switched it around, so I never bothered to do anything other than that. And so that's why you switch it around. And it seems to be a common thing with patches that you put on, where you have to switch them around. I think you can. Botox, yep. Hey, Barb, how are you? I wouldn't say it comes in waves. How well the medications work makes it seem like waves. For me, at this point in time, I do have a little bit of what would be called off time, where as I get closer, a couple hours or so away from when I took the last med, as I get closer to the next med, sometimes I might be a little slow, might show some tremors, things like that. In the mornings, without Nupro, I'm very slow because it's just been too long since I've taken the last med, and so before the patch, it'd take me like 20 minutes to go from my bedroom down to the basement. But with the patch and with CL, if I take it right then, it's in my system, I can do it in like 5 minutes. It does. For me, it takes like 20 minutes for meds to kick in. So Barb, exhausted. We were up at the night because my dog was having. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Barb. But is Parkinson's something that gets worse over time? Yes, it does, CC. It's if I can say the word, degenerative So as time goes on, we get worse and worse and worse and worse, slowly. Yeah, there's technically 5 different stages to Parkinson's, and the 5th stage is not very good. um, we can also. Oh, Barb, you're in stage 4 now? Okay. Um, um, yeah, as you progress, you need more meds, and eventually meds don't help at all. You can't take enough meds for your body to do any good, is my understanding. But for now, thankfully, meds do pretty well. Although my MDS, the movement disorder specialist, who's a neurologist, when I saw her, she's wondering if the next time I see her, if I will need to up my meds again. I do not have DBS, Barb, and I don't know with my memory thinking problems if I will be able to get DBS. Yeah, no, Tony. Yeah, as Tony said, there's no good way to make it good. And lots of things can affect the meds, how well they work. Everybody's different. The saying, I'm not sure if you've heard the saying, but you've met one person with Parkinson's, you've met one person with Parkinson's. We might have similar sorts of symptoms and things like that, but we all are different. Didn't know if that was something that could be in the conversation down the road. What's that? You mean the severity, CC, or what do you mean? Your comment before that. Let's see. You mean it getting worse over time? Okay. It could be me too, just not noticing or seeing. Yeah. Yeah, because we're all different. We all progress differently. Some people go 10 years and don't really change much, and other people every year they've got to increase meds and get changes and have things done. There's no way to know for one individual how you will progress, how fast you will progress, what's going to happen, what symptoms you're going to get, how bad any of those symptoms are going to be. It can be rather quite frustrating sometimes too. Because one moment you'll be like, hey, I'm feeling pretty good. And then I can't go to the store. Like for me, as an example, I'll try to be putting some dishes in the dishwasher, and then my hands will get so tight I can't do anything. Yeah. It's still blocking. Yeah, TT's weird. I don't know why they do that. They need better AI. I don't know who the developers are, but they clearly don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I actually told Jess and her brother. I've noticed that I already sort of fumbled and dropped things before, but with the injections, I've noticed that I dropped things more often, and so I told Jess and her brother I don't want to be touching fancy dishes at Christmas time. Asking about the green stuff. You mean some adult stuff, Cece? Adult things that are legal in some states but not others, or something else? What do you mean? What was the question about that? Oh, broccoli. What was the question around that, Cece? So there's pros and cons to everything, though, right, CC? So it can help with. I wonder if my headset is getting low. It can help with pain, things like that. Everybody's different, whether it does help and how much it helps. But there's also consequences that come with it, right? Just like with anything. And some meds you can't use it with, take with it. So some people it does nothing for. Other people it helps quite a bit. If that's helpful or answering your question. On that topic or subject, I need to be careful with what I say. If we were talking in person, I'd be more open to discussing that kind of stuff. But broadcasting out to a bunch of places, I just need to be careful with what I get into. Yep. Feel free to ask questions. Sometimes like that one, it's like I need to be careful. Yeah, it can. I've actually talked with some people though where it doesn't help at all. It's done absolutely nothing for them. Yeah. It can. It can help. It can help some people. Definitely. The consequence though is cognitive issues get worse. Yeah, everybody's body's different, CC. Medications affect everyone differently. Everything affects everyone differently. So, some people will have problems with Parkinson's meds and other people won't. It just depends on the individual and their body. Any other questions, CC, or does anybody else have any questions about Parkinson's, dystonia, anything of that nature? It's 8:43. I'm actually going to have to drop here shortly. Are there any increases of dystonia and Parkinson's leading to any other problems? So for me, dystonia causes my neuropathy to get worse. So the tighter it gets, the worse my neuropathy is. And I can't exercise because of dystonia. The more I exercise, if I go to exercise and do lots of stuff, my knees will actually swell up because of dystonia, how tight it makes the muscles, and even in the knee, you can feel the tightness in the knee. But that's for me. What's neuropathy? Is that your question, Cece? So neuropathy is, for me, in my hands or in my feet, I'll get numbing and tingling and other sensations in my feet. And sometimes it feels like there's something on them when there's not. My hands, my fingertips are very sensitive, and so are my feet. My feet get very sensitive too. I can't touch hot things like hot coffee or anything like that because it's exaggerated. I guess is the way it's much bigger. Yeah, I do, Tony. At times I have problems with breathing because of what we believe to be because of dystonia. And I have inhalers that I take and use sometimes to help sort of open the lungs a little bit because there's not as much movement. Lungs are muscles, right? And so that's what we believe is going on. But for neuropathy, I get it in my hands and my feet. Sensitivity, things like that. It wasn't for me, Tony. I said, I have dystonia. And as soon as I was diagnosed with PD, she gave me dystonia too. And unlike your doctor, though, good or bad, my doctor doesn't question anything anymore. So nothing solves anything with dystonia for me. I do like taking hot baths. I used to take showers. I don't take showers anymore. I like to lay lay in the tub. It just feels good because the muscles are tight. But I baths. Let's see, baths, heat. I've got some creams and things that I use, things like that, to help with to help some with dystonia, but nothing gets rid of it or helps it completely. What's not painful from being sensitive, CC? You mean my hands and feet? Let me sit up a little bit. Oh, well, I don't make my baths super hot. I make them fairly warm. I do have problems if the water is too hot. My feet are not. They're very uncomfortable. I wouldn't say pain. They're just very uncomfortable. And so I have to put cold water on it. But I try not to get the water too hot. I try to get it warm enough that it will sort of feel good, but not too hot. For me, no. All year round is the same. What do you mean, Kim? You're a bad water, lukewarm. Well, I don't have my water lukewarm. It's warm. It's just not hot. It's quite warm. Just enough to feel good, but not. No, it's more than lukewarm. Oh, no problem, CC. Anytime. If you join in when I'm doing the gaming and stuff, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. I'm an open book. I love sharing what I'm going through so people know. Because there's lots of things I didn't even know before I was diagnosed. But I do, unfortunately, need to go. I have a CPAP machine and an oxygen concentrator that takes time to get all that stuff ready to go to bed. But it was great talking with everybody. Thanks, everybody, for joining tonight. I will be on Zero Dark Early tomorrow morning, and then next Tuesday we'll be doing the thing again as well, the Parkinson's talk. Have a good one, everybody. Sounds good, CC. Bye, Tony.